Beyond the reality you know, beneath everything you believe, there is another existence, a plane of eternal madness and hungry monsters. Only the evil, the corrupt, and the insane seek to contemplate the realm of chaos. Only the foolish dare to trespass upon its horrors. It's a pretty nice quote, and especially when you consider that magic in the mortal realms comes from a nice place that it usually comes from. In 40k we call it the warp, but in Age of Sigmar it's the realm of chaos, a plane of existence of the cosmos arcane, and the ultimate source of all magical energies ever. It is quite a hellish place, whose compromise of realms of rolling continuous change, boiling water, and other unpleasant things. Any mortal who ever dares to enter this plane without any form of arcane protection, he's going to meet his end thanks to the demonic denizens, transformed by its uncontrollable energies, or mutate for all eternity. Two of those options are better, but getting eaten alive is probably the worst one. The realm of chaos is a dimension of nightmares, comprised of pure magic that has been shaped by the darkest collective desires and beliefs of all mortals, or any mortal that's self-aware in any regard. In this plane of existence, the deepest horrors and mortal fears are given through form. So your fears of spiders might just be justifiable in the end. Time and space twist insanely in upon themselves in this realm, so much so that you lose track of anything in it. Beyond the 8 mortal realms exists the realm of chaos, an infernal plane of demons, and the place where the chaos gods resides, as divine masters over it. It is from this vast hellscape that the mortals and demonic hordes of chaos draw their strength and lay siege to the other realms. The magic that empowers chaos sorcerers and witches has its beginnings here, much like most chaos and magical activities, with the exceptions of those controlled by other gods, such as Sigmar. The abhorrent mutations that afflict those corrupted by chaos are manifestations of the malign power that saturates this realm. It is a place where all that is mortal is transformed, reshaped in body, mind, and soul by the ruinous powers to their own whims. It's a domain where demons can take form and persist without limitations of immortal host bodies and the ritual to bring them in. The need for blood sacrifices and arcane rituals also are not needed. A demonic daycare where babies just get spawned everywhere. Within this realm of chaos, each of the 5 major chaos gods have carved their own dominion. By far the largest is that claimed by the blood god Khorne, the god of war, wrath, and murder. It's to be expected, we all know Khorne is a warring god, and he enjoys his skulls. His lands are a vast, blood-soaked battlefield of brass and bone and skulls. Bands of mortals and packs of demons wage ceaseless battle across this infernal land, their bloodlust celebrating Khorne's martial might. Here in this land, war and slaughter are pretty much the norm of the day. It's routine at this point. And the middle of them raises the brass citadel. Standing at the center of the blood god's domain, this towering fortress is vast beyond measure, its highest towers reaching beyond the sky. The skull throne of Khorne stands at the core of the brass citadel, a colossal seat of brass that rests upon an ever-growing mountain of skulls. Then we have the Garden of Nurgle, also referred to as the Land of the Plague Lord. This is a diseased land filled with stagnant swamps, foetid jungles, and lakes of pus. Disgusting, but it's Nurgle after all. Each part of the garden is carefully tended by the plague god's demonic plague bearers, cultivating the raw materials from which Nurgle will brew new diseases, to the hate of everybody else. There are many corrupted realm gates within the garden, dotting the pestilential landscape, each portal allowing Nurgle's infection to spread into the mortal realms. Many of these link the realm of chaos to Gihranna, the realm of life. The mortal realm Nurgle covets the most, because his is the domain of life and death. The Garden of Nurgle is frequently beset by incursions from the crystal labyrinth of Tzeentch. Spikes from the labyrinth penetrate the garden and crystallize its surroundings. Nurgle's demonic plague legions fend off these invasions, driving back the Tzeentchian demons. But such victories are only temporary, and another intrusion soon manifests. Tzeentch, the Changer of Ways. In his domain, the realm of the sorcerer is an ever-changing land of mutation and madness. Mountains rise and collapse, rivers become plumes of feather rock, sound becomes liquid, and light shifts into odor. Nothing really exists with permanence in Tzeentch's domain, much like a kid playing with Play-Doh. Even time itself unfolds with capricious randomness. One feature is endowed with more longevity than anything else though, and that is the aforementioned Crystal Labyrinth. It is here in this endless maze that Tzeentch plots his conspiracies and manipulates both mortals and gods. The Crystal Labyrinth is always changing, sometimes appearing as a megalopolis of glass towers, crystal monoliths, and diamond bastions. At others, it is a great jungle of ruby trees and gilded lakes. Only the essence of the place ever remains constant, for it is one with a great mutator. You could also assume that's part of himself. The realm of Slaanesh is known as the Dark Prince's realm, not the most inspired of names, and it is divided into 6 dominions or circles, each of which was crafted to tempt mortals to their doom with ways as varied as there are sins. At the heart of the realm lies Slaanesh's Pleasure Palace, a true den of debauchery and sin, and in the middle of it, the throne of Slaanesh. Now, since the whole deal with Slaanesh being obliterated or moved or dissected, whatever you want to call it, many of his followers have turned against each other. Some want to take the Dark Prince's place, others are waiting for the Master. But one thing remains certain, much like the essence of the Crystal Labyrinth, is that these factions all remain impossibly seductive and equally deadly. Finally, we have the domain of the lesser god in many's opinion, but a true player in the game of chaos, the Great Horned Rat, because he too has its stronghold in the realms of chaos, the Blight City, a fitting name for rats. This is an enormous metropolis infested by the verminous Skaven. Some say it was wrenched whole from the destruction of the world that was, and placed within the realm of chaos. In truth, it's not like the Skaven cared that much where it came from. At the end of the day, it matters very little to no one. Straddling realities, the Blight City makes it possible for Skavens to create, hear me out, gnawholes into the mortal realms to spread their pestiferous species. They can create tunnels into the realms so they can move places. Basically, not having to, use a realm gate after all. Sounds familiar like a place in New York. Nevertheless, the Blight City isn't that safe though. A second Great Civil War is about to start because both Clan Skyer and Pestilence each seek to lead the Skaven into a new era of magical possibilities, thanks to the Necroquake. Between the greater dominions exist blighted wastelands of dark horror in an infinite variety of forms. In these forgotten places lurk the lowest of demons, self-aware manifestations of pure chaos itself, unaligned to any of the dark gods, and just as terrible to behold. The realm of chaos is a place where nobody wants to be. Unfortunately, everything you think and believe gets sent there. Please consider commenting and subscribing, it would really help the channel out. Arrivederci.